Okay, so we are live, and now let me. So we have started our project. So last time we were working on our Twitch clone, and let me open our Twitch TV. So browse, and yes, that's what we were looking for. Hmm. So let me open it in a new window, localhost, and also I will open Twitch here, and here browse. Right. Let me close this window and this window. Okay. So yeah, this is our Twitch clone we are making. So last time we have developed this page like recommended channels, their streamers, their names, and the content they are streaming on. After that, we have this browser content. It has categories games in real life, music, esports, creative. So one thing we missed is that it should have on hover effect. It should have this cursor effect, and also the background color should change. So okay, let me first close this activity bar because it's taking our space on the left hand side. We will hide it. Let me zoom out a little bit. Actually zoom in, this is good. Browse, the browse feature. Where is the browse? We have the content, and here we have this browse, and these actually divs which have categories, and on hover it should be actually cursor pointer, and yes, cursor pointer working. And on hover I want to change the background color. On hover PG. Okay, I will copy this and I will paste it here, this PG color. And on hover, actually it's a little dark on hovering, right? Yes, as you can see also on the Twitch website, when we hover over these cards, their color becomes darker. Also in our app, clone app, the colors become darker on hovering. So this part is actually done. Okay, now I will create these categories and live channels. But before that, let me complete this top bar. Last time we have written browse and this created this search bar, login, sign up button, and let me zoom in. 125%. I'm making sure they are at the same zoom level. Let me zoom it to 150, also 150. Both are on the 150. And in the browse, this is the icon. For that, I will use lucid icons. Do we have the icon for three dots? Actually, we have this grip vertical. Actually, we can use this in our project. Grip vertical. Actually, I need to use it inside our top bar, not the content. For now, close our content window. This is our top bar. And just after the browse, we have this. Let me first import it. And now let me use grip vertical. We have this. Actually, this is not actually same, but for now I will keep it. Actually, this Twitch icon plus browse plus this icon should be on one div. This search bar and this icon should be another div, and this login, sign up, and this icon should be another div. So we will create three divs actually. Also, okay, this actually let me use the I have made snippets. For first, I need to open our activity bar inside settings, user snippets. In the javascript.json, I have made snippets for actually, okay. Let me copy. I will use as arrow function, right? Prefix is arrow function, and here I will write const this function name, right? And I have made this a snippet. That's how you can make a snippet. Now I will write arrow, then press tab. We have this arrow function. I can write it here as product, right? And I will put this browse and grip vertical inside this product, and write this product here. And of course, we will use class name as flex, and the gap should be actually 4. Okay, I also now need a Twitch icon, Twitch product icon. But first of all, I will close this activity bar. So login logout should also in another component. I will write as authentication. I will name it authentication because it has login logout, and I will copy this whole code here, and we will write here authentication. So we have three boxes. This is our product, this is search, and this is authentication box. Now I need to download Twitch icon, Twitch icon, or the logo of Twitch. So inside images, we have this logo. I think this feels similar to this logo. I will copy this, save image as Twitch logo. I'll save image into technologies, then live coding, Twitch clone, and then src. I'll save it here. As you can see, we have the Twitch png logo.png. To show it, I will first import it, Twitch logo from actually let me put here new folder. I will create a new folder, images, and I will put this twitch.png inside images. Yes, so we will want to move it, and now we will import let me rename it to simply Twitch, and here okay dot png. I will also now import next image, import image from next image, and here inside product, just before browse, I will use image. In the src attribute, I will write Twitch logo. Let me see. Okay, it's just too big. We need to change that. Class name, and height should be actually 12, width should be 12. Okay, now our Twitch logo is here created. This is big, I need to make it smaller. I will make the half of 12, 6 and 6. Okay. I think it's a little bit bigger in the actual Twitch website. So I will make it to 8.8, height 8, and hmm. So as you can see, this browse has the color of purplish tone. That is the product color of Twitch. So I will write underline on the browse, or this should be a border bottom. So I will write class name border bottom s2. Okay, the border is great. So now I need to create color as text as, where is that color we are using? Let me close this. Inside content, this is the color we are using. Inside new window, let me open tailwindCSS, and here I will search for text color. hmm Text color. What if I wanted to have a custom color? Text, okay. So I don't need to write the bg, simply I can write this like this, and it has this color. Actually, this has a lighter tone, so let me change it to this. And also it's bold. Also border color, border is also this color, same color. And we will also add the border color. As you can see, our this feature where they have that underline just below the browse is done. Okay, I still think that Twitch icon is larger. So inside top bar, I will change the Twitch height to actually 7. Can we set the 7? Let me check. Yes, we can set it to 7. Great. So 7 7 should be right. Okay, we have reduced the size of Twitch logo, and this is the more button, and when you click on it, it has different, what I can say, a drop down of different options, and we have this switch. Let me close this Lucid from here, and we have login logout, and then this is a logo of the user. Okay, so we'll also add, so I need to import from the Lucid icons. We will search for user icon. Inside this, I will search for user, and I think this is the actual user icon that we can use. Yes, this is icon, and we will use user inside our code. Where we have used grep vertical, I will use user there, and I will use user icon in authentication just below our sign up. Right, so this is our user, and class name on hover pg should be slate 600. I mean to say in the hover. Yes, and of course on the login and sign up we should have cursor pointer, cursor pointer, cursor pointer, and we have on the three buttons cursor pointer. And of course on this is a background, actual background, but on the hover I want to change pg as I will copy this whole background and I will paste it here, and here I will make it a little bit lighter, and as you can see when we hover over it, background is changing, but in the actual side it's not changing that much, so we need to be a little bit less aggressive with the hover color. And yeah, this is okay. Also this is becoming dark on hovering. So I can copy this and hover. This should be dark. Okay, this seems like good starting point. So this is outline. So can we change outline color? Outline style, outline color. Yes, this is outline. Okay, outline. I think in the search bar in the input, I can change the outline color as don't need to write the BG here. I think yes. Outline. Wait a minute. What happened? Hmm. When I use this, it is becoming this. Hmm. So I think I need to change outline width. Outline width should be 2 or 4. Let me set outline as 4. Hmm. 8. I think for now this is okay, but we will change it later on. Also, for now I will increase its width. Width should be actually 36. 96, the maximum. 80. Are we on the same zoom level? Yes. Okay, so there is a little more space between top and bottom inside the input. So also padding axis 2, padding y should be also 2. Let me set to 1. 2 is too much. Yes, now it's looking good. Now I need to increase the size of our search icon. So I can remove the padding from here. So this is a lucid icon. Let me see how we can change the size. The guide sizing. Okay, so we can change it with the size prop. Size, I can write it something like 64. It's working. So wow. So I can now write the padding. Stroke width, we can also increase the stroke width. Let me also change the stroke width. Stroke width has 2. If I change to 4, I think 3 should be okay. Okay. And padding could be 2 from the top and bottom. I think this is looking fine. Hmm. So I think our top bar is almost ready. Why this is on the top? Let me now inside authentication. I need to write items as center. We are using flex. Let me write items as center. And yes, it is. Also, it should also have a padding of 2. 1 and size as 2. mm, Not the 2 is very low, actually 36. The size that we had used, 24. 30. I think 30 seems like okay, good. But also it should have a rounded border, so we will use rounded MD, right? As you can see, this is rounded. I think background seems like slate. We are using slate. Let me use the gray color. Actually, it's little bit darker. Let me use 800. Let me use 700. This seems like okay, right? Our top bar is ready, almost ready. Now we need to create these categories and live channels. Then after that, this search tab and this drop down. Then I need to create these cards. So after that, we will be finished with the UI part. So let me close this. Now we are going to our content. Inside the content, I will create a new component named we had this categories and what I can call it, tabs, right? So I will use tabs, and here inside tabs there should be 2 categories and live channels. First is categories, then we have live channels, and categories of course should be so I can use the same class name that we have used for the browse, this browse, and now So I will copy the same class and I will paste it here. Inside class name, I will paste that. Okay, what happened? Let me copy that again. Copy and I will paste it here. Okay, so now here. mm, so tabs, I had not used tabs here. I will use the tabs. Also, it should be inside the flex. Hmm. Flex, it will be automatically inside one single line or inside row. So also the text font should be semi bold. Okay, and there should be a gap of, I think, 4 or 8. Okay, right. And hmm, I think we are done with this thing. Also on hovering, their color is changing. So also I need to add cursor pointer plus on the hover I need to set the background color. Hmm. Um, text should be hmm, actually it should be darker, a little bit darker. Okay, okay. Wait a minute, we put the class on the wrong place. It needs to be inside here. Categories. Also, mm, also here class name should also write here. Move this space and okay, the colors are changing on hovering, just like this. Okay, so now I need to create this box, the search box, and this drop down. We will also do that. First I will create a search box. So I think this is an input box, right? So okay, we will create a search box. I will name it as filters. Filters, right? So inside this, first we will create a search bar. So this should be simply an input. Type should be text. And then placeholder should be search category tags, right? Placeholder should be search category tags. Okay, let me use filters just below tabs. Okay, so also its background should be okay. Let me write everything inside new line, and I will use a class name here. So class name bg should inherit, it should inherit its background color. As you can see, this is our search bar, and of course this should have a border, border of 1 pixel, or 2 pixel. Actually 1 pixel is good. So also its border should be gray 700 or 500. Also it should be rounded MD. So padding X should be 8 and padding Y should be 1. If I use, I think padding Y should be at least 1, and it should be this icon, search icon. So we will use the same search icon from top bar. And I will place it here inside input. So I need to place this inside this input. So I will put this inside a div, and I'll write something like here as flex. This will make them in the same line, and I can use here inside this class name margin left of -2 rem. So actually not the minus, should be in a plus. Okay. So I need to make its position as, not the position, absolute. Yes, I need to make its position as absolute, right? So we made this position absolute. Okay, so I can now remove the margin left. So I can use padding left as 2. Okay, I can't use the padding. Margin left in as 2, and margin top as 2. Let me put the space here. Okay, still it's not getting on the, let me change it to 1 1. Now it's looking really good. So right, cool. So this is our search bar, search category tags. Now we will make this drop down. The sort by drop down. So for that we will use the select of HTML, right? HTML select tag. I think this should be right. Oh, can we use something else? Its problem is that it will always render the select in this, like this is a browser feature. We cannot change this look. So that's why I'm searching for something else. A drop down. Uh, hmm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, this is a custom drop down they have created. Okay, we can create something like this. And first of all, let me write something as sort by, and this should be a button, right? So let me create it. Actually, I can first I will make it a search box, then I will name it drop down, right? Search box, and I will write all this code of search box inside here. Then I will use search box inside it here, and now again I will write arrow function. Here I will write drop down, right? So I'll also use drop down here. So first, of course, there is a text that is saying sort by, right? So wait a minute, let me close all these windows and sort by. Hmm. So of course this should be inside the flex, and gap should be off. There should not be gap, actually there should justify between, right? There is justify between, and the drop down class name, text, actually font should be semi bold, and this is sort by. Now inside div, another div, we will create a button. Actually, button, it has by default recommended for you. Rendered for you, and okay, so of course this should be also in the flex, and gap should be of 2, right? And recommended for you. So this is a button. I need to change its background as slate or gray. There is an option for zinc, neutral, neutral. Hmm. Okay, so let me write padding as 2, of course. Of course, this should have the border as 1. Wait a minute. Only border 2 is showing. Okay, border color. Border color should be gray. Okay, so also this should be inside the flex, and items should be center. Wait a minute, items center should be here. Okay, so of course I need to get the icon that is caret down. I can use something like this. What is this called? Chevron down. Copy it and I will use it here. Chevron down. So of course I will use it inside the button. Okay, as you can see, we have this button. Are we on the same zoom level? Yes, we are 50, but this is larger, this is smaller, so I need to make it a little bit smaller. So text, actually inside the filters I can simply write the text here, or text sm, or the small. Also this should be not the bold. I can write it here. Only this sort by should be semi bold, but this recommended should not be. Also padding left and right should be 2, but padding y should be 1. That's top and bottom. This should be rounded. Okay, so we have created this thing recommended for you, and on clicking on this we should have drop down opened. So what I can do is I can create another div and I can test something. What are the options recommended for you and viewers high to low? So we have recommended for you and viewers. What is that? Viewers high to low. Viewers high to low. Right? So let me close the top bar. So on the click of this, I need to hide this and then show it. So I can make a class state actually. Open, and I can set open. Then I can use state. It should be by default false. And if it is open, then only show it. Okay, so as we are using use state, we need to convert it into client component. So for that, you need to write use client at the top. So I need to make the switching drop down. On the clicking of this button, actually click set open to not open. So let me click it. Yes, it's working. But the problem is this is also expanding when I click on this. So for that, I think let me okay. So open and then div. Now inside div, I will write a class name as absolute. So if I now click on it, now they're not expanding. That's great. So I need to customize it further. Now it's absolute. Now I need to write some background. Background could be neutral 900 or 800, right? So of course padding should be 2. Margin top should be 2. Okay, it should be 1 and it should be rounded MD. Padding I think can be 4, right? And now I need to create something like this, recommended for you and viewers high to low, right? So I can also need to get these icons. Let me grab something like star, sprinkle, right? This is most similar icon inside Lucid. Sparkle, and what other we have. Now after that we need to create this, actually filter. This should be filter. Yes, this is the icon, arrow down, arrow wide. For this particular case, I can use span tag. Okay, recommended for you. So span in the class name, I'll make it flags, and then items as center, and there's a gap should be around 2. Oh, okay. So also I will also convert into span tag. It is becoming similar, and I will just copy this and paste it here. Okay, now it's actually working. Size should be a little bit smaller. Size should be 24. Actually 20. 20 is good. Also on the hover, their background color should change. So on the hover, background neutral should change to something 950, right? Yes, of course. I need to also add padding here. 1. So I need to remove padding, this padding, and also cursor as pointer. Okay, now I think this is working. Yes, of course, rounded empty. Padding x should be 2, and padding y should be 1. Okay, so I will copy all this class and I'll paste it here, right? So this is our drop down. It's custom drop down. Hello, said Bella. I think this icon is little bit off. Spacing on the top is a little more than expected. So inside our search box, search margin top is 1, margin top is 2. Hmm. We don't use any margins. Simply use margin 1. Huh. Okay, now it's looking okay, right? Yeah. Also on clicking, it is opening this. Hmm. So in the next live stream, we will make or create the cards, and we will use another things. I will also use GitHub Copilot in the next live stream. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching.